Hello, I'm Kønt Orlanderson,
And I'm Booger Dagwood.
and
This is
Kønt
and Booger at the movies. All right, I'm really excited today, Cunt. We are reviewing one of my favorite films of all time, probably top five all time. Bloodsport. This film was released 1988. It was directed by the Asian man Newt Arnold, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, the guy that played Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds. I forget his name. Something Jackson. I think the character's named Jackson. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yes.
We'll look it up. We'll put it in the comments below. Bolo Young, I think, or Chang, the Asian guy, the Asian like really beefy guy who plays the bad guy.
Bolo.
There's some woman and a young Forrest Whitaker before the lazy eye.
Yes.
The first 10 minutes is some of the worst acting you'll ever see from a child, but after that it's just kick ass.
Which child is worse, this child or the child from Over the Top?
This child, the child from Over the Top, was just a douche and
good
an asshole.
actor, but his character was.
Yeah, this guy was just a bad actor, and I think it was dubbed, and that didn't help any.
Yes.
Which doesn't make sense because he looked like a white guy, and he was speaking English, so you figure they could just get a white actor who speaks English, maybe even like a British person.
Yes.
But I don't think they really cared. They just wanted to get past that and get to the kick ass, and the kick ass is awesome.
The film focuses on the Sloan brothers as they go to Thailand to learn the ancient art of Muay Thai and participate in the Kuomintang.
That's Kickboxer. Jean-Claude Van Damme's in both movies. Kickboxer is another great movie, another one of my top movies ever. But no, we're talking about Bloodsport. He goes to Hong Kong.
And he fights Tongpo.
That's in the Kickboxer, cunt. You're getting the two confused. I know that they're both classics.
Yes.
But, this is Bloodsport. This is the one with the Kumite.
Right, so after his brother is injured, he fights for his honor in the Kuomintang.
No. That is Kickboxer.
Yes.
Kickboxer.
And the Kuomintang is the album by the Wu-Tang Clan.
That might be true.
Yes.
I don't know much about music, but that might be true.
Bloodsport is clearly a deadpan satire of the white male's belief that he can conquer anything and anyone. As manifest in the Sloan brothers learning Muay Thai.
Again, that's Kickboxer.
Yes.
But the point, I'll let that slide because the point you made is valid. This is a white guy that goes to some Asian country in Hong Kong.
Yes.
And he basically...
I believe it's Thailand.
Yeah, and he enters this tournament. It's always some tournament. He enters this tournament to prove he's like the best fighter. And, he's beating ass, and every fighter has their own style. There's the black guy who jumps around like a monkey, pretty racist, but there's the Brazilian who does capoeira. There's the...
Yes, which is a form of dancing, I believe.
Yeah, and that's what he loses. There's the big sumo guy who gets hit in the nuts. Now, I gotta say, that's one of the greatest nut shots ever.
Yes.
Van Damme does a split, and he just like...
I believe they call that a money shot.
And I think I've read that they actually did it for real because they wanted to see the pain expression on the sumo guy's face.
He really broke his nuts.
And they just did it over and over and over. And I heard that guy couldn't have children afterwards. But
it's method acting.
But it's worth it. Look at the classic they made.
Brilliant method acting.
Sorry. What I was gonna say was great acting, great fight scenes.
And the mysterious American character living in Southeast Asia after the Vietnam War. An interesting commentary on the economy of post-war Southeast Asia and the soldiers who stayed and took advantage of the climate there.
I don't remember that.
Yes, the African-American man.
Oh, you're thinking...
Who helps them get
Kickboxer.
guns.
That's Kickboxer.
Yes, Kicksport.
Kickboxer. Great film.
Bloodboxer.
But what I remember about Bloodsport is all the great fighting, all the awesome shit that goes on in it. The final fight's epic. But I think the greatest thing that Bloodsport ever gave us is introduce the world to Frank Dukes.
Oh, yes, Frank Dukes.
You guys should read about this guy. He holds the Kumite record for quickest knockout, most consecutive knockouts, bunch of other stuff. And he holds all these other records. I think he's the one that actually trained Bruce Lee in karate.
From what I understand, he was silenced at some point by a cabal of ninjas who was worried he was becoming too powerful.
Well, that's like the Illuminati. When you're trying to get, getting so big and so powerful and you're trying to spread wisdom to everybody, you always get shut down. But this man, like I said, he taught Bruce Lee. Yes. I think he taught Jackie Chan.
I believe his training of Bruce Lee is mirrored in the film when Jean-Claude is training with the old man in the woods. In the jungle.
Well, in Kickboxer, yeah. Yes. But not in Bloodsport.
Blood
actually, in Bloodsport, there is a scene, the opening montage, there is an old guy training him as well. So I think they kind of reshot that for Kickboxer and just put another old Asian guy in there.
Yes.
But it's the same sort of idea. This Asian guy imparting wisdom to this white guy so he can defeat all the other Asian guys.
Yes.
And it's just awesome. So go see Bloodsport. There's cool fight scenes. There's social commentary. There's actors you'll recognize, and you'll be like, I didn't know he was in this movie. And so, I
believe Marlon Brando makes a cameo.
I think so. He's already there filming Apocalypse Now.
Yes.
In '88, so he just hopped over and filmed it. And you see Forrest Whitaker in this movie, and I forgot he was in this movie, and then all of a sudden, everyone's like, "What's your top 5 Forrest Whitaker movies?" Bloodsport #1.
Yes,
it wasn't like that before.
And The Matrix #2.
Mm-hmm. What else was he in? Forrest Whitaker. Was he the black guy in Good Burger?
I haven't seen that film.
See it. It's good. So to sum up, you recommend Bloodsport?
The first Queen of Scotland, I believe, Forrest Whitaker was in.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yes, Mary Queen of Scots. Yes, a highly recommended film.
Bloodsport. Go see it. Yes. One of my favorites.
Blood Kicker.
Bloodsport. Yeah.